John's committed to the camera, just focuses, no distractions, all work, no play.
Here we are in the alley behind the Met Hotel, just west of Woodwards. We've got Cordova Street on that side and Hastings over there. And what we've got here is an example of some beautiful graffiti. This graffiti was actually commissioned by the city. And the thing about graffiti artists is they respect each other. None of this has been tagged. This has been here for 5 years. So we've got lots and lots of graffiti artists, and we got graffiti removal firms here that really shouldn't be there, you know, because it's beautiful.
So here we are, live streaming to Montreal. Yeah, with the back of the Model Express. Yeah, an exotic lingerie shop, well-known site on Hastings. Just overlooking across that lot the east side of the Woodwards development. And there we are, showing them in Montreal what can be done by a dedicated individual who could not make art. Not make art.
That sure looks good to me.
What's going on my resume?
Yeah.
Battle.
Losing battle?
Yeah.
So look at it. Actually, I brought out those. We're on the tag over there. Amazing.
Is there anything else interesting that you've seen that might work?
Well, stuff that I painted. I painted these tents here.
Wait a second. You painted what?
I painted these tents here to make sure that we remember that there was an actual occupation here, and then when it was shut down, people had to move to the sidewalk. There was a whole encampment here, right around this whole block, right around the corner to the other side. And so I just wanted to make sure there was a bit of a reminder on this piece of graffiti.
Nice.
This was also paid for by the city. So we couldn't be too politically incorrect, but we had to make sure that I was correct anyways, and everything was on there. And this is the old W sign up on top there, sticking out. And the stand, the base for that was actually based on the model of the Eiffel Tower. I painted this as well.
I didn't know that.
And of course we've got the crows in here. East Vancouver is known for its crow migrations at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. They seem to all hibernate in Burnaby, but they come here because it's good time to be during the day. Burnaby's too boring. Frederick wanted to capture her on here, but instead he didn't figure that he got it right, so he made this figure here. But we thought we might not be able to keep on there because it's quite slamming big business that causes all this poverty. But it's done by the same artist that we just recorded the small faces off at aisle 45. Probably garbage bags full of clothes, a few cans. Garbage bags full of bottles, maybe.
What did you paint, sorry?
These columns here.
Oh, okay.
The ornaments. See now, this one here is a little bit wetter. They didn't put the varnish on quite right.
Do you know what this number is?
I have no idea. There are so many artists that worked on this, and they each have their own influence. Garment that we put over the whole page just to protect it from the weather. Because this was all water-based acrylic paint. Just regular house paint.
Made
all these things from there. Yeah? What else did I do? This website, you can see the original when we first installed it. So it's not bad, really. You know, like having been up for 3 years to see how much of it actually remains. Every year. You can see there's what a turnout we get with all these placards, and you know, we really care about our community. A lot of other people don't know enough about it, so we wanted to make sure that this was a sign of what community is all about. Okay, so we're in front of the Midnight Express is what it's called? The Model Express. We were just in the back alley recording the graffiti. Well, this is the front of the same shop called the Model Express. And you should look at the variety of boots they got here. Some of the stilettos here are just out of this world.
Have you tried any on, Hendrik?
Let's, not personally, no. Have I tried any on of the people that wear those things? No comments.
Not tempting, eh? Okay, there's what I want.
That's not my style, really.
Yeah. You never know.
But the girls can sure look outlandish in those things.
Andrew's showing them in Montreal what we got for foot fashion, huh, Andrew?
Fashion, you got
Foot fashion right here.
April 9th, I gotta go.
Here's some sound effects. Look.
Jolie!
The games have just begun.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? I just went and bought the new cellphone. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, they're wicked. What is game?
We were in front of Save On Meats. We were just in the alley looking at the graffiti here as well. So, again, the hoardings painted, which is way better to just leave it in black. This shop's been around since the late 50s. The owner has been trying to sell. He's got part of the shop rented out, but he still does the meat and the fish departments. He's not been able to find a successor, but this is another store that's very, very important to the neighborhood. We don't have any big grocery stores here like Safeway or something like that where people go and find food. So there's only two places left really. There's the Army and Navy, which is just behind us, and then there's Save All Meats. So hopefully he'll find somebody to take over his meat department, because otherwise another part of this neighborhood is going to disappear. That's very important for the residents. The neon here is fantastic. Pennsylvania is a hotel that's been sitting empty for 5 years, and it was just opened a few months ago. It's run by the Portland Hotel Society, Portland Housing Society. So we're walking on to the Pennsylvania now. Montreal was walking the same walk on the opposite side of the street. Do an interview with Global TV about how this neighborhood's changing and how something. So yeah, and across the way, that's quite a historic site as well. And that's where APC did one of their most successful protests for. This is Pigeon Square. This used to be a major social area for the neighborhood, and look at how empty it is now. The walls have been whitewashed, the bushes have been removed, the trees have been trimmed, and the whole reason is that Carral Street Greenway is coming here. The cops have been ticketing people, they're harassing them, basically chasing them out of the park. Across the way is a building that's still empty. APC did one of their most successful protests there. They occupied the building, they had banners hanging out. Really was one of their best protests, protesting the fact that the block, the Burns block, which is this building right behind us, people got 3 hours eviction notice. You know, the managers had never looked after the improvements that were necessary. Fire.
We need to be closer. Really sweet.
What do you think about shooting with those cell phone cameras, Andrew?
You know, I think it's the quality isn't so good or anything like that, but for me it's a lot of fun. And I think some of the things that you can capture with it, you might not be able to with other conventional cameras. And for a project such as this, you're going to get some really wonderful stuff. So I think they're great.
You think that might be suitable for a walk and talk in the neighborhood, get a way to get to know the community maybe?
I think it might get to that point. The audio on these things are pretty tricky, but you know, I don't think it's too far off, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think about all of this is a way of building relationships. Even without the audio, the camera reads thought, you can still see when you're making a connection with somebody at that moment of joy.
What do you think of cell phone video cameras?
I'm down.
You're down with it?
Yep.
I know.
at this work here. This is beautiful as well. I don't know if you can get that if there's enough light. I'll take that later. You can get this here. I mean, that was a real art form around the 20s, and then it just disappeared. But I mean, this is original. Up there together, this is by the city. This time commissioned by the city. I think
Yeah.
11 o'clock we're done.
So this is a kind of interesting shot.
Just we got about 50 minutes. Yeah, sure. And we'd like to see you.
I mean, it's always interesting to point a camera at something and see what sort of results you can get. You know, and you always discover some things that you just may normally walk past, but when you approach it with a lens even as small as these cell phone cameras, you know, you kind of look inside the frame and you sometimes discover something pretty interesting. It's also great to be able to be down here with people like Hendrik who know the neighborhood so well, and you learn these wonderful pieces of history and great little stories.
That was the hangout for the people I went to. So here we're back at Woodwards. It's 10 to 11 now. We got about 10 minutes to do before wrap up. So we still want to go past Woodwards and hit Victory Square, where we've got some nice architecture that can be streamed to Montreal. We've had a great walk out to the Pennsylvania Hotel. It's a block east of here, so we want to go and do some shooting on the west side there as well. So we're just back here at Woodwards now. It's about 10 to 11. We're just about to wrap up. The show, our live streaming to Montreal only lasts until 11 o'clock. We've been a block east from Woodwards, and what we'd like to do is also go a block west, where we've got some very interesting architecture and Victory Square Park. And the other two people in our group have just joined us now too. They're recording us.
How was your walk, fellas? Andrew, Michael, how was your walk?
It was good. It was great.